Hello, everybody. My name is Nilu Kamis, and I'm here today with my father, Nimal Jayamanne. Many of you, his fans, know him as through his Rampota Telugu fame back in 1988, and it was the number one hit for almost 3 years in the charts. So um, a lot of you know him through this song, and the song itself was a hit and in every household back then. So I have this unique opportunity today to sit down with him and have a conversation and get to know him as an entertainer and as an artist. Something that I've not had the opportunity to do before. So I wanted to document this and share it out with his fans so that you can also get a unique perspective on who he is and where he began his journey as an entertainer. So without giving too much information, I'm gonna hand it over to my father. And so I've prepared some questions for you, Dati, that just to kind of lead you into giving me more insight into what your experience has been. So something you probably get often asked is probably how you got started. So can you give me a little bit of history on how you?
Yeah, I was singing with a band called Catchment 3. It was I started this band, and at some point, the younger members thought I was too old for the band, and I had to leave. That was in January '88, and then I teamed up with this keyboardist who was a veteran. He could play sax, he could play keyboards, he could play flute. Ivan Jayamanne, he's no more. And we wanted to do 5 English songs for independent television network. Mm-hmm. And when we were practicing, there was this rock and roll medley that I had put together. But Ivan thought it would be too cumbersome to program it. We hardly had any time to record the whole thing. And so I said, okay, I have a singular song, which my late father-in-law used to sing at parties. I remember this. And I told Ivan, I said, oh, I'll bring the song. It was not the same melody. I put a little bit of color into that melody, and both of us sat and worked on the song. He wanted to play sax as for the introduction. I said, no, can you please play the flute? He said, okay, what do I play? I said, just play the melody. So he played the melody, the first line. I said, okay, play it again, played it again. And then we filled up the second line with chords from the keyboard. And I told him, I said, look, I'll give you the freedom to fill it up the way you feel. Practiced it for about 3 hours. The next day we went and plugged it at ITN with the other four English songs. And I never expected it to become a hit of this nature. The next week it was aired, and by the time I was out of Colombo, and when I came back home, it had gone like wildfire. And that is how we started. So it was run. I was always a Western singer. I was always a Western singer, and I still am a Western singer. But this particular song gave me the exposure to be known among the Sri Lankan fans, and a little beyond. That's how it started.
So share with us a little bit about the song. What was it about, and why was it? What made it so popular? I mean, being a folk. Share with us a little bit about the song. What was it about, and why was it? What made it so popular? I mean, being a folk song.
Well, number one is this folk song, and the music, the lyrics, and the melody, all three synchronized together. Also, people were wanting to know what the meaning of this song was. And the real meaning of it is supposed to be there are two stories. One is there had been a little village called Ranpota Telambua in the Arangala district of Kandy district, Arangala, where lived a beautiful maiden. And one day she had been bathing at a well with the cloth wrapped around her, and all her curls would have been exposed when she was bathing. And this British AGA had been going on horseback, seen this girl and wanted her to come to Kachari. So going to the Kachari, they knew exactly what they were going to be faced with. So she had come and told the villagers, and she was not prepared to go. The villagers had said, look, if you don't go, the AGA will come and destroy the village. So you have better go. We know exactly what has happened. She went up to the Kachari, and when this guy tried to molest her, she slapped him, came back and told the villagers. And the villagers started singing praises about this girl. That is
Standing up.
Yeah. So the first two verses talk about her innocence, how like she was like a very fragile flower, right? And the last verse talks about that about the Britisher who didn't know the taste of rice, the taste of mother's milk, and the taste of poetry. So it says, "Mithunu no danno mukto pan." So it was also the other story was that this girl had a gold chain around her. I don't know. I'm really not 100% familiar with the word Telambua, but she had a beautiful gold chain, and she was known as the Ranpota Telambua mannequin.
Oh, okay. The first story makes very sense. It had a story around.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, it's this girl that was this girl.
Also,
with this,
same scenario, but she
yeah.
had. Okay, that's how she got her
Yeah.
name. I see. Okay, interesting. I'm sure a lot of people have not heard the story.
Yeah, even today, some people ask me what's the meaning of this song.
Yeah.
So I have to keep on repeating. So now I think I don't have to keep repeating as much.
What was it like to get popular almost overnight?
It was nice. It was nice, Nilu. But I think we were about 8 years at the time. 7 years, yeah.
Yeah.
And 7 or 8 years. And it was nice. But there was something like, there were the pros and cons of popularity. I didn't have a private life anymore. I couldn't walk into a mall or a public place and not be noticed. And okay, that was also nice, but the sad part of it was I had to have a plastic smile on my face all the time. Because otherwise people would think, okay, this guy is so proud, you know that feeling they have, because when you're popular, they think that you have to be nice to everybody. People who, we are also normal human beings, and we also have problems, and we think about sometimes those things keep on working in our minds, but people do not understand that. So that was a little too much for me. But I enjoyed, I've always enjoyed popularity and fame. But there are, of course, the brighter side and the dark sides of such popularity and fame.
There are challenges you have to work
Yeah,
on.
yeah, you're right.
So what kind of songs do you like to sing?
Well, uh, I love singing Western ballads
Mhm.
and a bit of rock and roll. Uh, that's my genre. But being a Sri Lankan artist now, when I go somewhere, people expect me to at least my hit song, Rampathalam.
Right.
So I can't. That has been a golden song for me, and that is the song that has brought me up to where I am. So I can't forget that. Although I have more sort of liking and passion for Western music. This is something that I can't forget.
So who would you say were your best customers or fans?
Little children,
Yeah.
number one, because at the time I started, the children started wearing this song, and then came their mothers,
Mhm.
ladies. So if I suppose practically every male singer have, if you ask them who are your best customers or best fans, it's the lady.
Mhm.
Uh, and if you ask a female customer, it's the other way about. A female singer, it's the other way about. So they have always been part of my mm, musical career, and I still respect little children. I, when I, of course, today's children do not know the song,
Right.
right? It's about 30 odd years ago. But those children, those people who were children at that time, and their parents who are now older, senior citizens, right, like me, they still remember this song,
Yeah.
and it's kind of, it's a kind of whenever I perform, I see the reaction of those little children who were children at that time,
Mhm.
and their parents jumping into the dance floor.
Yeah. And even I find that if I was to, say, oh, my father is, the person who sang Ram Pura Delapur, it's like, oh, I see this light bulb going on. Right? So, yeah, that's very true. So you talked about challenges that you had to kind of go through and grow out of, right, during your fame. Are there moments that you kind of wished or are there moments that you would rather forget in your career?
Yeah, there were a couple of a few especially when I used to imitate Dean Martin by getting drunk on stage, and those are instances that I would like to forget, because now I don't touch alcohol when I'm performing, or even say 24 hours before I just go dry, because alcohol can dehydrate the system, the voice, and also after a drink or two, your ears get blocked, and you don't hear the notes as you should hear 100%. So you cannot hit the right notes, and you don't even realize that you have hit the wrong note. So that is something that I do not do anymore. Something that I would like to forget is that the moments that I used to sing flat after drinks.
So, I know the answer to this somewhat, but I want to kind of touch base on it because, it's been a while since I've seen you do it. Do you write your own songs?
Yeah, I still do.
Okay, you still
I still do. I have written about 4 or 5 Sinhala songs, and I have written about 6 or 7 English songs. Although Sri Lanka does not have room for for originality and our own compositions. There are a few of us who still do it for passion sake. Right? That's our passion, and we just do it, record it, and keep it. I have some of my compositions that are being played on the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation, the state radio. But other radio stations do not play local artists other than one other radio station, Global FM. So now they have started playing. I'm thankful to them because that's something that will promote Sri Lankan talent. Whether it is a cover version or an original song, it will promote Sri Lankan talent, and such radio stations can be heard all over the world today.
Right.
So that's a very good thing.
Yeah. So, do you want to share a little bit about what you do apart from your music right now?
Yeah, I teach English back home, and what I have done is I have transformed my performance from a mega stage to a smaller platform. And the delivery form is more very much similar. From like when you sing to an audience. When I teach, I deliver to an audience. So in my case, I mix it up with a little bit of humor when I teach, and examples with humorous examples, so that it will be instilled in the minds of the students faster. And that's something that I enjoy as much as singing, because to me it's entertainment as well. I entertain my students while imparting knowledge to them.
Right.
That's
important.
Yeah. So that I enjoy a lot. I hope I can. I do now. I do corporate training, like public speaking skills, grooming. So other than English proper, I go into such areas as well.
So you help. Are you planning on retiring from music?
No.
Any day?
I was. Yeah, recently there was a post that I put on FB saying I wanted to quit. But then I thought that would be the most idiotic thing that I would do. Because as long as I have my voice, I will go on. Because to me, a person's voice, when he loses his vibrato in his voice, that means he's losing. But I still have a strong voice, and I have vibrato in my voice, so I will go on as long as I can. Hopefully till I drop dead.
Yeah, and share the gift, right?
Yeah.
Share the gift of this. Yeah, you've been blessed with that gift, so sharing it with the world, right? Do you want to share some advice that you want to give to, someone who is looking to get into, singing or the music industry as an entertainer?
Yeah. When I was young, I had two role models. One was Tom Jones, and the other was Nimal Jayamanne. So my voice range was close to those two entertainers. They influenced me, but I didn't copy them. I did copy them when I was very young, just to sort of get in there. After that, it was my own thing. So my advice to a young singer is, have your role models, let them influence you, but do not be yourself. Try to be yourself. Do not copy them. Do not imitate them. Do not emulate them, but be yourself. And that's all. Because every one of us is unique. I can't be Tom Jones, or I can't be Engelbert Humphrey, or nobody can be me. So, if you want to be, you have to have your own. If you want to be someone, you have to have your own identity. That is where people sometimes, especially in Sri Lanka, people try to imitate and show the Sri Lankan. Okay, I'm like Jyoti Pala, I'm like Tom Jones, I'm like Elvis Presley. No, they are way beyond us. There is something that I can do which even Tom Jones cannot. Maybe. There is something you
are unique.
Everybody is unique. So be yourself. Be a man.
Yeah, that's good advice. So, do you have any? Do you consider aligning with certain political views? Because I know there are lots of musicians, entertainers that they follow a certain political party or they support a certain political party, right? So do you have something?
Well, we all have our likes and dislikes towards political views in the country. If I say no, I don't like politics, I'm lying. I like it. I like to know what is happening in my country towards the betterment of my people. But being aligned to one particular party and going on stage and talking about it and trying to be a hero, political hero, I don't have that. Maybe some people do, and they may have their reasons for that. I don't want to say that is bad, but from my perspective, that's not my style. My political views, yes, I do have certain policies and norms that I respect, and I will, when the day of voting comes, I will vote. That's about it. Right? So I will vote for that particular party, or whichever party I vote is my decision. I don't want to influence anybody else to do just because I'm doing it. You have no reasons to support the party, the opposition party or whatever. That's my reality.
Okay. Yeah, I can see how that goes. I don't think I've ever heard you talk about it, or even difference in politics in your response. So yeah, I think that's a good policy. So just to kind of wrap up, is there anything that you would want to say to your fans? Because you are, you're here in Canada. I know it's a very different experience for you than what you're used to. But there are fans here in Canada and in the US that kind of follow you. So do you have any message to give them?
Well, yes. I'm making a comeback into the music scene with a different genre. So I'm doing a few cover versions to start with. I'm doing something to do with the songs of my role models, and I'm looking at a different kind of audience. So, as a matter of fact, I will be performing in Canada, in Toronto, next week, and hopefully I will be around to entertain my fans for a few more years.
For a long time to come.
Let's put it a few more years, because we do not know realize tomorrow never comes. It's gone.
Live for the day, right?
So,
Okay,
anyway,
so, yeah.
thank you very much for organizing this, because when I came here, Canada is a different experience, as you say. It's winter. Every time, both times I came here, the winter it was -27.
Yeah.
But I still like it.
You're only here for a couple of days, so
Yeah,
that's
okay.
why.
Yeah, maybe. So for a couple of days, it's nice.
Yes, for a couple of days it's nice. Yes.
It may not be nice to live here just throughout the winter, but I enjoy it.
Yeah. No, we enjoy it too. I mean, we've gotten those who live here, we're used to it, right? So, yeah. But for somebody who's not used to the cold weather, it's hard, right? Until you get accustomed.
Yeah. As long as you wrap yourself up with warm clothes, it's a little forgiving.
Well, thank you for giving me this opportunity to, get a little bit of insight, because like you said, I was very, very young when, Ran for the President came in, so I don't really remember a whole lot.
I remember the song that we did together.
Yes, we did. Yeah, and I think it's on YouTube, because I remember somebody showing it to me recently.
I posted it on YouTube. About that, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that I was about 7 years old on that video, right?
8.
Was 8, yeah.
88, towards the latter part of 88 or early part of 89 we did it.
Okay.
So anyway.
Awesome. So, thank you, and good luck on your show.
Give me a hug.